I'm Sergey the Subi Guy, and this is the new 2026 Subaru Outback. Now, as cool as it would be to be able to throw a miniature 2026 Outback from my hand and have it fall from the sky, that would definitely streamline the transportation of these cars to our lot. But right behind me, it's here. It's new and it's very, very different. This thing is incredible. This one is the Limited XT, finished in this absolutely gorgeous deep emerald pearl with these blacked out 19-inch wheels. The camera doesn't do it justice. This is an absolutely stellar color combination. And starting up at the front, you have this massive defined front grille with a black trim piece running across the top with the Pallades Constellation logo stamped into the middle, complemented by these all-new LED headlights. They are steering responsive just like the previous generation model, but they are sharper as well. LED lights down there and LED fog lights. But overall, this is a defining characteristic of the new 2026 Outback, and it's honestly kind of growing on me. Hood design as well is a little bit more rugged. You have more bulges on the left and the right side. It's not as flowy as the previous generation model, but gives it a nice muscular feel when you're sitting and looking over the hood in front of you. Starting off with this cladding, it's a little bit more squared off, and it's also a little bit more durable as well. It has a coating on top of it. Now, I know a lot of people are back and forth on the cladding, and to each their own, but this is a lot more durable to better protect from rock and stone chips. 19-inch blacked out wheels, the symmetrical all-wheel drive, of course, because it wouldn't be a true Subaru Outback without the all-wheel drive. The blacked out mirror caps with the sensors inside of the mirror housing for the blind spot detection, lane departure warning, and lane keep assistance. In between the C and the D pillar, you also have this body colored trim inlay here. It makes me think of a Land Rover Defender, as they have kind of a similar design here as well. This is part of the structure as well. This entire body structure has also been completely redesigned as opposed to the 2025 Outback. It has a whole new design, an entirely new exoskeleton and body structure. So the only thing that this is really sharing with the 25 Outback is just the name. Over here at the back, the rear end has also been completely redesigned for 2026. You now have a full singular light bar across the back of the tailgate with the Pallades logo right there as well. And if you look really close, you can see little hashes. It's almost like Subaru definitely encourages you to measure with these. So if you're going on a fishing trip and need to measure what you catch, then you could literally do that with these hash marks. I'm not joking. Cargo roof rails have also been completely redesigned for 2026, and they feature a new ladder system, but they feel sturdier than the previous generation model. You have 220 pounds of dynamic load weight and 800 pounds of static load weight as well. And good news for the fans of the 2.4 liter turbocharged Boxer, the Limited and Touring XT get this exact engine. It develops 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque through a Lineartronic CVT. And I'm telling you, this thing is an absolute rocket ship for its weight. The very first thing you'll notice when stepping into the 2026 Outback for the first time is the improved comfort of these leather seats. On the Limited XT, these are leather, perforated, and heated and power operated, and the seats are so much more plush and comfortable. Bolsters feel great, they're not too tight, the perfect amount of wiggle room, and an overall excellent place to be on a long road trip. But getting a good pano of this interior, also been completely redesigned, and it's very, very different in all of the right ways. Soft touch materials on the doors and kind of a softer carpeted material that's easier to clean on the doors and the dashboard, new climate control vent layout. And the most notable thing, or one of the most notable things, is this all new fully digital display that's configurable via these buttons on the left side of the steering wheel. Traditional LCD gauges, super crisp and no lag at all. You can see you have a little Subaru Outback right there in the middle. And the cool thing about this is if I turn my blinkers on or hit my brakes, it shows up on the display. That's a super neat little feature. But pressing this button, you can cycle between the TomTom navigation system with the speedometer on the right and the tachometer on the left. A little bit more of a minimalist design for this one. And if you just want to have the speedometer and the little Outback companion right there, you can do that as well, but we'll put it back on the gauges for now. The steering wheel control layout as well is a little bit similar to the 2025 model, the same general layout. The radio controls on the left side and the instrument cluster controls right there with the volume on the bottom. Full heated steering wheel, not just here and here. The entire thing is heated. Controls for the adaptive cruise control and the distance and the automatic emergency steering, but also you have an X mode button right on the fly, so there's no more having to search through the pages of apps to find it. Speaking of the infotainment system, this is entirely new and redesigned for 2026. Up here, you have the driver-focused distraction mitigation system, and you have this all-new Subaru display running the latest Subaru infotainment system that is much clearer and much more responsive than the outgoing previous generation model. FM radio, AM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as well. And below that, this is going to make a lot of people happy. Physical climate control buttons for the climate control. And people are going to love that. Nothing else needs to be said. They do exactly what they're supposed to, but you no longer have to dig through the digital screen to find them. Down here below that on this Limited XT, you have the Qi wireless charger that can be turned on or off, and this one even has a protective barrier so your phone doesn't slide around. That can be removed. And an entirely redesigned center console layout with 2 vertically stacked cup holders and buttons for the auto start stop, different camera views as well. We'll get into that a little bit later. Automatic vehicle hold button and the traction control. These are excellent redesigns with the physical buttons. And I will tell you, a lot of people are going to be very pleased with that. Getting back on these new camera systems for a second, they are arguably the best in the game. So much more improvement with the image. It's much sharper and clear. The resolution rate is also phenomenal. Movable guidance lines, those are all new. I know the old ones had them, but they move a lot clearer as well. You can cycle them via this view button right here on the center console or via these buttons at the bottom of the screen. But overall, multiple more improved vantage points, whether you're parking in a tight space or you're taking this for some serious off-roading. The cameras are incredible. Like all of the other traditional Subaru SUVs, you have the wider opening doors for the second row to aid not only entry and exit, but to stow larger and longer objects back here. The rear seat occupants also get this much improved leather bench seat with the added benefit of rear heated seats and USB ports as well. These seats are so plush and comfortable, and overall headspace is much improved to the previous generation model. Headliner has an all-new design made of an all-new material, so if it ever gets dirty, it's easier to clean, but my head can move around freely. I don't feel trapped in here, especially with the door closed. I have plenty of legroom for a long trip, and overall, the second row is just as comfortable for the rear seat occupants as is for the driver and the front passenger. The 2026 Outback has 34.6 cubic feet of cargo space with the second row up and 80.5 cubic feet of cargo space when the second row is folded down. And like the outgoing model, to drop the second row, all you have to do is pull a tab right there and the seats fall completely flat. And what else is new with the 2026 Outback is this little guy right here. This is a cargo canopy, as I like to call it. And if you look real quick, it serves as a tonneau cover, a hammock for any loose items, a partition for your dogs and other gear, or a step cover that extends right here to keep this from getting dirty. You still have the same amount of usability with improved versatility in the 2026 Outback. Now, I gotta test this. Can you fit in the back of the 2026 Outback comfortably? Yes. My final verdict on this Outback. The only thing that this Outback really shares with the old one is just the name. It's completely different, and people hate change. Come see it, come feel it, come sit in it, come drive it. Because this 2026 Outback really does show that change is good.